You know what I love about the holidays? No, it's not the presents or the food or even the awkward family gatherings where Uncle Steve insists on showing everyone his new coin collection. It's the absolutely bonkers traditions that somehow survived hundreds of years of people going, maybe we shouldn't do this anymore. I mean, we all know about Santa Claus, breaking and entering while eating your cookies. But trust me, compared to some other holiday visitors, Santa is about as controversial as a butter sandwich. Let me paint you a picture. It's a cold winter night, you're sitting by the fire, probably scrolling through your phone, pretending to care about your second cousin's vacation photos, when suddenly, knock knock, who could it be? Well, depending on where you live, it could be anything from a horse skull looking for a rap battle to a lady really obsessed with your yarn collection. And no, I'm not making this up. Though honestly, sometimes I wish I was. Let's start with Wales, because why not start with a country that looked at the alphabet and said, you know what would make this better? More consonants. In South Wales, there's this charming little tradition called the Mari Lwyd. Picture this. Someone takes a horse skull, yes, a real horse skull, sticks it on a pole, decorates it like it's going to horse skull prom, and then covers the whole thing with a white sheet. But wait, it gets better. This isn't just any old decorated horse skull on a stick. Oh no, this is a decorated horse skull on a stick that wants to have a rap battle with you. That's right. The Mari Lwyd and its gang show up at your door and start singing verses, challenging you to a rhyming competition. And you have to respond with your own verses about why you don't want them in your house. It's like 8 Mile meets National Velvet, but way more Welsh. Here's the kicker. If you lose this poetic showdown with the horse skull, which, let's be honest, is probably going to happen because who keeps emergency rhymes about horses in their back pocket? They get to come inside and raid your pantry and drink all your beer. And everyone acts like this is completely normal. Oh yeah, we lost the rap battle to the horse skull again, there goes our holiday ham. But maybe singing battles with horse skulls aren't your thing. Perhaps you'd prefer a visit from Frau Perchte, the Alpine region's answer to the question nobody asked. What if we combined workplace performance reviews with the holidays? Frau Perchte's appearance varies depending on who you ask, but she's usually depicted as either a beautiful woman or something that looks like a garden gnome had a midlife crisis. This delightful lady has one very specific obsession: spinning. Not the exercise bike kind, we're talking old school Sleeping Beauty spinning wheel action. She goes around checking if people have finished spinning all their flax, because apparently that was a major concern back in the day. If you've been good and spun everything, you might get a silver coin in your shoe. Wow, thanks Perchte. That'll really help with my student loans. But if you really want to experience holiday chaos at its finest, you need to head to Iceland. Now, Iceland is already a place where the majority of people believed in elves well into the 1990s, so you know their holiday traditions are going to be, let's say, creative. And boy, do they deliver. Meet the Yule Lads' 13 different holiday visitors who apparently sat down one day and said, you know what would be fun? If we each picked one really specific way to annoy people. These guys are like the 7 dwarfs' weird cousins who weren't invited to the family reunion. And each one has a particular hobby that would probably get them arrested in any other context. You've got Door Slammer, who, you guessed it, just goes around slamming doors at night. There's Spoon Licker, who has an unhealthy obsession with your cutlery. Window Peeper, who really needs to find a better hobby. And my personal favorite, Sausage Swiper, who apparently couldn't think of anything more interesting to steal than sausages. It's like they assigned these roles by pulling random words out of a hat. So next time you're complaining about having to leave milk and cookies out for Santa, just remember, at least you're not having to prepare for a rap battle with a horse skull, or hiding your spoons from a mythical spoon enthusiast, or explaining to your neighbors why there's someone pressing their face against your window in December. Though honestly, maybe we're the weird ones for not doing these things. I mean, who wouldn't want to challenge a horse skull to a rap battle? And hey, if you enjoyed this bizarre holiday journey through Europe's weirdest traditions, why not stick around? Hit that subscribe button faster than a Mari Lwyd can steal your beer. I've got plenty more strange stories where this came from. And trust me, holiday creatures aren't even the weirdest thing we're going to talk about. Click that bell icon too. You know, the one that looks like what door slammer wishes he could steal instead of just slamming doors all night. That way you'll know exactly when I post new videos about everything from ancient myths to modern mysteries to whatever fever dream the people of Iceland come up with next. And remember, somewhere out there a horse skull is practicing its rhymes, waiting for next Christmas. Sleep tight.